One of the most important things at the start of a GIS project is to understand the data that you have at your disposal in order to implement the project. This practical or this set of instructions will look at how you can use ArcCatalog just to get a basic idea of the categories and types of data that you have access to for the project. We're going to use ArcCatalog for three purposes. The first is just to link to the folder that contains the spatial data, and by now you should have copied the project data from the S drive to a working folder on your D drive, so on the D drive of the machine that you're working on. So the first thing is to link to that folder. The next thing we'll do is look at the geography, and this will tell us whether it's points, lines or polygons and give an indication of the resolution of the data set. And then finally we will be able to look at the tables, and this will show the structure of the data and the categories of information that are stored for each feature in the spatial data sets. You'll notice some changes in the Captivate presentations compared with the ones from last year. There are two important things I think you need to know about. The first is that they now have a table of contents which is accessible by clicking on the small arrows in the top left hand corner, which will reveal the table of contents, and you can hide it again once you're finished. This has links to key sections within the presentation, so the presentations are a lot easier to navigate. When you've finished with a Captivate, but you start to use it again in another practical, you'll be prompted about whether you want to carry on from where you left off, so there's no need to try and find where you were. The other important thing is that there's now a notes facility, and you can use the notes facility to just take a note of something that you think is important, like your folder names, or perhaps the difference between point, line and polygon geometry, or what an attribute is. So use the notes pages if you want to. If you don't use them, but there is a facility there for you to take note of the learning as you work through the Captivate. So I think these are quite useful improvements on the presentations from last year. So now you can launch ArcCatalog, and you can do that by clicking on the Windows icon and then selecting all applications, find the ArcGIS program group, and then select the ArcCatalog program item to launch ArcCatalog. Once ArcCatalog is open, click on the Connect to Folder button. You should recognize it from last year. It's a yellow folder with a black plus sign in the top right hand corner. When the Connect to Folder window opens, navigate to the folder in which you stored the data from the S drive and connect to the parent folder. So not the geodatabase itself, but the folder containing the geodatabase.